Nicole and welcome back to my channel. Oh, in today's video, I'm gonna repot this Cattleya orchid. Last night at 3 in the morning, I heard all this leca and pebbles fall on the floor, and after a couple of months of having some good success with my cat not knocking things down, she knocked this orchid down, and unfortunately, it's one of my orchids that's in bloom, so I'm very bummed. I had to wake up last night to pick it all up. I hope that bud doesn't blast, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly repot this orchid. Look, we just repotted this orchid about a month ago. I'll link that video down below. This was one of those orchids that was very difficult to repot, that had roots growing under the pot. Some of these roots are still alive, and I noticed some of them have died off. So what we'll do is we will cut these dead roots and then quickly repot this orchid, and hopefully we could save that bloom. So let's get started. So I'm gonna cut off the dead roots. Hopefully, I really hope we can preserve that bud. But I mean, looking at it up on the bright side, there are some dead roots here that didn't make it through the transition, so this gives me a chance to clean up. So we'll look at it positively. I was annoyed. I did get up and there was leca all over the floor. There was water all over the floor. It was just a nightmare. All right, so some of these roots are very firm and they're totally fine. So these I'm going to leave, of course. And what I'm looking for is these squishy roots where I squeeze them and they feel papery, like nothing's in them. So I'm gonna get rid of those. And then we will keep the rest of the roots. So this allows me to do a little bit of a cleanup. This is very squishy too. This allows me to do a cleanup, and then these roots won't decompose in the pot. What I noticed is that new roots are forming, which is great. As you can see, some of them are branching. There's a couple of pieces of leca in here that have stayed on because they are being anchored by the new root. Ooh, this one is very squishy. This one is out. So when you transition these orchids into a semi-hydroponic setup, these are prone to dying back. The old root system can sometimes dump. It's completely normal. Not all orchids do it. Cattleyas are prone to it, and that's okay. They don't always die. The new roots tend to live just fine. So as you transition them, it is expected that you may lose some, and then the new roots will grow in nicely. I find that the best transitions with these Cattleyas are transitions that are done when the orchid is a seedling. So that's, oh, this one's squishy here, but firm here. I think I'm gonna leave it just to be safe. As you can see this is sort of died back, and this is okay. This might die back. A part of me just wants to get rid of it just because it's probably gonna die. So I'm just gonna cut it actually. Probably not. If you did not have an extensive root system, don't do that. But given that this orchid has a lot, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it because I know it's on its way to death. If you have like 5 roots, keep any of the questionable roots. If you've got an extensive root system, go ahead and chop it off. That's my philosophy, and it's worked out pretty well. I'm just really hoping that that bloom pulls through. You can see the new roots branching, so that's good. I'm gonna fast forward here as I finish cleaning everything up. Okay. What I'm noticing is that these orchids that are all alive at the bottom, they've all died off sort of like at the middle, so they might die. I'm gonna leave one that feels more firm than the rest, but I'm gonna get rid of the rest. I think it's completely normal. Again, if you don't have an extensive root system, just err on the side of leaving more roots, and then as you flush, you'll be able to get rid of them as they decompose. So that's about it. I'm gonna rinse this out and then start potting it up. Okay, so we have everything cleaned out. I have the wick from before, and then it'll hang to hit the water reservoir. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Leca and then start potting it up from the bottom. The sun is really coming through right now. It is April 17th today. The spring is here. We still feel a few cold days, but it's just beautiful, and the day length difference is huge in my opinion. So I'm very happy with how bright it's getting, and you can see that the angle of the sun has changed. So that's always nice. All right, so I have my orchid sitting up here. I may lower it a tad bit. I'm gonna get rid of some of that Leca and lower it. All right, we got rid of some of that Leca. We'll keep that wick high, and then I'm going to take this orchid and pot it in. I'm gonna be careful with those new roots. I truly hope that bud makes it. If it does, I will post a picture of it when I upload this video, or update you letting you know that it blasted. But I am so frustrated with my cat. She loves Leca. She thinks it's a toy. She doesn't do this for my organic setups. Sometimes she'll dig into the pot, but she freaking loves the Leca. And she's staring at me right now as I'm repotting this, like salivating. I don't even know. I could just give her away. Probably won't do that, but she is very inconvenient with my orchids. I'm not very happy with it. All right. So we've added a bunch of Leca here. You could probably hear it in my voice. I'm just annoyed with her. If you guys have cats and you grow with Leca, let me know how you guys deal with your cats. Jess, I'm looking at you with your beautiful cats. I know you grow with Leca, but how do you keep them away? Are they just not interested? Is my cat just a jerk? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments how you keep them away. I put like a spiky mat, and she still walks on it to get to the orchids. She really doesn't care. All right, so we have some gaps that I'm gonna fill in. So I'll fast forward here as I make everything settle. We wanna make sure the Leca is touching so that there's some good wicking action. Any gaps will leave dryness, so we don't want that. So I'll be right back, and I will come back when it's all done. Okay, the orchid's a little higher than I want, but that's okay. I mean, I guess it's better that you put it higher than lower. I'm gonna top this off with the pebbles, and that's what I think gets her attention the most. She thinks the pebbles and the Leca, she thinks they're toys, and she loves it. This is not the first time. The flower, though, looks like it's gonna open up, and I truly hope it doesn't blast. Hopefully she's not too disturbed by all of this. And that's pretty much it. So we are all set. Thank you guys so much for watching. Truly, if you know of any ways to keep your cats away from your orchids like this, let me know down in the comments. I know I've gotten some good recommendations in the past, but I'm just, this orchid has been repotted about a month ago, and it was just establishing, so I was very annoyed. So we'll see how it goes. I'll post a picture up for you guys if this does bloom in the next few days. So by the time I upload this, you'll be able to know. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye, everyone.